Howdy, and welcome to the fall class, Humanities 4th, Film Studies. Does anybody have any idea what the word humanities means? Does anybody go to the movies? I hope so. If not, we're going to learn a lot together. Even if you do go to the movies, you're going to learn a lot in this class. My name is Rex Thompson. I'm your not so humble instructor. How you guys doing in all this heat? Now it's starting to rain, but it's still 99 degrees out there. Humidity and heat. Okay, this is what happens. About twice a week, I'll do these videos. You need to watch them. It's up to you if you watch them or not. It's like being in class. Say if we're in classroom, you'd be going to the class twice a week. So I'll try to do one of these. They're brief, no more than 10 minutes. And have a little chat about that chapter that week and what we're going to do that week and what I expect of you and explain things. Right off the bat, you need to look at the Canvas. Have you done Canvas before? If not, take the tutorial because everything is through there. All my announcements, the discussions, the assignments, the quizzes, the videos, you'll be watching the movies through Canvas. The whole enchilada is through Canvas. You can reach me at rexhaas@yahoo.com. Text me at 530-941-9661. Tell me who you are and tell me what class you're in. Don't abuse it. I reply fairly quickly. Look at your syllabus. Go down. We can't do it together because we're not in the room together. But read the syllabus carefully. Look at what's expected, what I'm going to try to go through. I'm going to try to get through all of that if I can. And there'll be some deviations. That's fine. We'll be riffing and improvising because things change. Movies, art is all fluid. Nothing is written in stone. Things change. First of all, you're going to need the book. That's what it looks like, folks. This is the edition. The bookstore should have it. If not, you got to rent it. You can rent it private through the Chegg, is that what it's called? Or you can find it on Amazon. I got this used for $18, so it's very possible. I picked out a book that you can afford, and you're going to need it, and you're going to enjoy it. It's a fun read. It covers not just all the boring black and white silent films that you're dreading, but it starts off combining the current cinema with the historical cinema. Jean-Luc Godard, the great French filmmaker, famously said many years ago, everything is cinema. If you look at my introduction video, I think I mentioned that in there. The introduction video is good for you guys to get a sense of who I am. I think it gives my credits and all that. I'm not going to go over them again here. Waste your time. Anyway, look at those two. I already posted, I think, one video, maybe even two. I'm not sure. I'm going to post a documentary you need to start watching today. And I got to go find it. It's on YouTube somewhere. When I do, I'll post it in modules and look for it. You should be able to. It won't cost you anything. So that shouldn't be a problem. You need to watch it this week. If you don't have the book yet, get the book. But if you do, read chapter 1 right now. I'm not going to sign any hard things from the book. The book is just a great guide that goes along with what I'm saying. The lectures, the documentaries, it just adds a lot of content to this class. Look in the syllabus, the assignments. You'll have, you're going to write essays, critical essays. You're going to watch movies. Essentially this. You're going to watch a movie and you're going to critically analyze it. And with the help of that book I just showed you, which literally tells you how to analyze a movie, what is a movie, how to watch a movie, it's going to help you write those papers. You're not going to tell me if you like it or dislike it. I don't care. That's not analyzing the movie. You're going to analyze the movie. What is the story about? What is the director trying to do? What is the lighting doing? What is the music doing? What is the cinematographer, what are they trying to accomplish here? Are they accomplishing it? Once again, it's not a review. It's not, I really like this film. I don't care. Um, you probably won't like a lot of them. That's not what this is about. It's, why does this film matter? The films I'm going to assign are films throughout the history of over 100 years of cinema that have are in the American psychic. You've probably heard of some of these from your grandparents, Citizen Kane, maybe Charlie Chaplin movie. You ever seen a silent film? Well, you're going to in this class, and you're not going to be terrified of it because you're going to embrace it like the great art form it is. Um, we're going to see classics from every decade. Each of the essays will be about a film from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I know you weren't born then, but you're going to love it. Then we get to the 90s when you were toddlers, and then we burst forth into superhero movies. Um, or Barbie. We'll be talking about all that stuff. But we got to put some context to the cinema history. It is a film studies class. We're not studying one film. If you guys ever go to a four-year college and actually study film like I did, you will study a director for the whole semester. I studied Elia Kazan, Alfred Hitchcock, Sam Peckinpah, half a dozen directors for the entire 12 weeks. That's how deep their work is. You can't understand them by watching one movie or reading one article. You can get a thumbnail sketch of them, and that's the best we could do in here. I'm going to try to put my passion on this. I've been observing movies since can remember. I think I told you in my bio, I was going with my mother to movies when I was 5 years old, 6 years old, and they weren't children's movies. They were grown-up movies with great actors from the 50s, 60s, 70s. She loved movies. She was, and I was her little movie buddy. And then I went off to film school, and then went to Hollywood, and then I got to write and direct a couple of movies, and then I went back and got my degree so I could teach it, and that's what I'm doing now for the last. I've been at Chess College 8 years. I've been at the Southern College for about 15 years. National University, maybe you've heard of it. It's an online college. Anyway, I think that's in my bio. I'm not going to repeat it, although I just did. So look at that syllabus. Look what is the essay we're going to be talking about. Then I'm going to tell you how to write your essay. What I'm looking for, some deep thought. You could be wrong. I don't have to agree with you. You could totally be wrong, but because of that book that I just showed you, and what I'm saying, you're going to get some context to these analysts, and so you won't be wrong. You will hopefully be on the road to rightness. When a student writes in their essay, "Oh, I think it's really great action," or "I think it's cool," I'm going to say, no, no. Why is it great? Describe why you think it's great. You don't have to be right. There's a reason why it's great. What is that reason? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the reasons behind the adjectives. Why is something cool? Because of cool music or a cool car? Yeah, it's got to go deeper than that. And it will go deeper because you're going to start thinking deeply about these films. Uh, and then there's going to be, besides these essays, you're going to have to do about 8 of these things. They're worth 10 points apiece. Um, there's going to be a quiz towards the middle of the semester on a documentary you're going to watch, and then you're going to take a quiz about the documentary. But you got to watch it, or you will not understand what I'm looking for. Don't worry about that right yet. Worry about it when it comes time. It's a take-home quiz. Obviously, we're not in the class. You can use any references you want. You could use whatever to take that quiz. But what I'm looking for is, again, critical analysis. There's no right or wrong answer. Except for the quiz, there is more or less right answers. You're going to do great at it if you listen. There's going to be a journal. Start it right now. Day one journal. Day one, Professor Thompson broadcasting from his studio with his artwork hanging all around him, um, introduced us to cinema. What is cinema? Why is he calling it cinema? Why not just movies? Well, because that's a boring m- name that came out of the 50s, and I'm more elevated. The French created film language. Cinema is one of their words. And those of us who know, we like the word, use the fancy words. It makes us sound smart and knowledgeable. And you know what, folks? Don't tell anybody. Knowledge is power. You want power, don't you? Of course you do. Anyway, so then there'll be a journal. It's going to be like a weekly diary. There'll be, I don't know how long this course is, 16, 17 weeks. There's going to be 17 entries. Each entry covers that week. It'll be a paragraph long. And in that paragraph, you're going to say, well, I listened to Thompson's lecture. He rambled on, obsessed with this word cinema. I read the chapter, which I kind of like some of the pictures in the story. And I had to write a paper about Citizen Kane, which I'd heard about all my life. I don't even know what the word means. But I learned because I watched this brilliant film, and now I love black and white cinema. You didn't think you'd hear yourself say that, will you? And then go on to the week 2. What do we do in week 2? It lets me know you're paying attention. We're not in class together. I'm not taking roll. I can't see who's in the class. This lets me know you're alive out there in the internet world. We're in this virtual classroom together. I'm only as good as you are. You have to respond to what I need, and I will hopefully respond to what your needs are. Um, the journal will cover all that. It's worth 10 points. At the end of the day, you'll probably need them, and it's an easy 10. But it's not due until the last week of school, so don't bother me about wanting to hand it in. It's not open. I won't even open it up to the last week of school, which was in December, I believe, maybe November. I don't know when this class ends. I'm really bad at schedules. You guys can help me with that. Um, and you'll hand it in then. Um, it's called a reflection journal, meaning I want a little bit of reflection. Meaning you just tell me what we did, what I said, what the lectures were, what the readings were like, what movies we watched. Also, a sentence about how you felt about it. Did you get anything out of it? Did anything make sense? Were you bored through the whole thing? It's okay, be free. Reflection is really good because it lets me know not only you paid attention, but I got through to you. And also, it helps me to become a better teacher. Where was my feelings? What didn't I communicate properly? I look at people's, because it's the reflections can be a criticism to me. That's fine. I don't care. I can take it. Or it could be a criticism of yourself. Maybe it says, I'm lazy and I didn't pay attention. Well, write that in there. That's at least honest. You miss a week, you miss a couple of days, write that in there. Be honest about it. Okay. I'm just looking for honesty and some truth. No big deal, right? Okay. So then there's going to be the quiz I told you about, and there's going to be a final research paper, not due to the last week. I'll explain all this later. You don't need to worry about it. The first thing you need to worry about is I'm going to sign your first essay this week, not today. And you have a week to do the essays. That's a lot of time. You have to watch a movie, take notes, and write the essay. And I'll probably assign one this week, Thursday, I'm guessing. Okay. Um, it's going to be a silent film. Get ready for it. Okay, so what else? That's all the assignments. Um, yeah, and I apologize in advance because sometimes you're going to have to pay for these movies. It's all on YouTube, but sometimes there's a $2 or $3 fee. I can't find them anywhere else for free. I try. I'm doing my best. It's all not free out there, folks. You do have to pay for stuff. But think about this. The book is pretty cheap. You're not driving out there. You're not wasting gas. We're all so that's where your money's going to go. Okay, so what else do I have here? modules is where you'll see all these lectures and all the videos. I'm going to have a discussion, not every week, but there's a discussion on there right now. And the discussion has a time limit. The discussions are graded. It's part of your participation grade. It lets me know you're involved in the class. This week's they're not right or wrong questions in the discussion, they're discussions. Uh, this week's question is a simple one. What's your movie experience? What do you feel about movies? Do you go to them? Do they matter to you? What's your favorite movie? Talk about anything to do with movies you want. You have 1 week. It closes down next Monday. After that, you can't participate. And that's it for that week. Everything has a due date. Essays too. You have a week. When it closes down, no late assignments. If you've been in a car wreck and you can show me photo of your surgery, your house burned down, I'll probably let you be late. Don't get lazy and wait to the last minute to watch the movie. It'll overwhelm you. You have plenty of time. No late assignments. There's not that many points. I don't know what all the points are. I don't have the syllabus in front of me. 120 points. That's it, folks. 120 is an A. There's no minuses or pluses in Chess College. So 120 is an A, 110 is a B, 100 is a C. So see how fast it goes down? All of a sudden, you don't hand in 3 assignments, you got a C. You can do better than that. I trust you can. That's all I'm going to talk about. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I'm going to post a documentary tonight. You need to start watching this week, and I'll do another lecture. You know how to get a hold of me. Welcome to the class. Let's make this a fun class. I love movies. It's beyond that for me. It's been a religious experience for me, and I have faith in cinema. Perhaps you do too. See you next time.